Hefty's the name, shiny hunting's my game. Gotta catch 'em all, nothing's ever the same. With my trusty football, I'm always on the spree. No shiny can escape, they all come to me. Shiny after shiny, it's never enough. I'm on a quest, and it can get rough. From Pallet Town to Johto and beyond, I'm the shiny hunter, the bond is strong. I've got 'em all, every shiny you can name. Kanto region, Johto region, I've conquered the game. Hefty is the king, the one who never quits. Caught him twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks. I've conquered the game. Hefty's the king, the one who never quits. Caught him twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome on in. What's going on? Dragonic, Mighty, Munchkin, Eric, Strings, and Strings coming in with the 17 months of membership. The Mighty Hefty. Thank you so much, Strings. Let's get some hype. That's the real deal. No tricks. Those are for kids. And Dragonic, congratulations. 398 out of 400 in the shiny decks. That's awesome. Big Cheese going with Molar Controller. That is correct, Big Cheese. That is the answer to the Stinky Pinky. All right. We have some fun going on today. We're going to be hunting for Chespin. We're going to be hunting for Fennekin. We're going to be hunting for Froakie. And if we get all three of those done, that's three, not four. That's three. If we get all three of those done, we're going to go back to the White Strip Basculin. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Let's go ahead and get started. I want to make a sandwich, and why don't you guys let me know how your week was. You're gonna prepare for Halucha and the rest right now. Nice. Just missing Miraidon and Miraidon. Dragonic, I hope you are able to get those. Razzie, good morning. Eric, can we start with the Miraidon event disaster? I was genuinely shocked at how poorly this was laid out. I mean, I really don't know what to say. It was unlike every other event that has happened before, and I have been saying for weeks it's going to be like every event for the past several years, and I was wrong. I was wrong. I was not expecting them to print so many fewer cards this time. It's a real shame. I personally was lucky enough to get the cards, and I was going to do a whole thing where we start off the stream with me downloading the mystery gifts, but I decided that might have been a little bit of bad taste just with how few people were able to get them, so I did that off stream. I thought it would have been a little rude, but yeah, I can't believe how poorly that was laid out. I mean, hopefully, I mean, I might just be, being, delusional here. Hopefully, there will be additional cards sent down the road. But for a 3-week, look how yellow that lettuce looks. For a 3-week event to run out of cards within the first couple of hours on the first day is just terrible. Mighty Munchkin, did you already get a Riolu? Did you get a Riolu within like the first couple minutes of stream? That's wild. Imagine they just did an internet wireless thing. I mean, seriously. I was watching a video this morning that was like, why are we even doing physical in-game card codes anymore? Like, post-pandemic, how is that still a thing? And I mean, post-pandemic seems like kind of a wild thing to say, but it's kind of true. Like it's so outdated. Um, at the very least, go back to how it used to be, where GameStop either would print out a code, or like there was an actual like device, like a little like Wi-Fi hub, and you had to bring your system and connect to it to download the mystery gift. But to have it that limited is just ridiculous. All right, we're going to say goodbye to this top screen for right now. Everyone say goodbye to that. And we're going to switch over to a single hunt. Here we go. Got 2 Shiny Dreepy, a Mischievous, and a Halucha using level 3 Ghost Sandwich. That's awesome. Congratulations. All right, so first thing we're going to do here is look for the Chespin. How's my music? Do I have music even on? I'm going to turn this up all the way. Razzie, can you let me know if you can hear the game? Should have just been distributed like the Ruin Pokemon. It's 2025. Well, I mean, I understand, like having the, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the partnerships with, between like the Pokemon games and GameStop. I'm sure there's some sort of contract written that they have to have some sort of event. You hear game? Okay, good. I'm sure there's some sort of contract. They have to have some sort of event each generation. But to have it be that limited is just ridiculous. Dr. Fiend, good morning. Shiny you already have for the Megadex. Oh my goodness. Kieran, hello. Good to see you. I'm actually going to want to zoom in closer. All right, so I'm just looking for a brown head. It's been a while since I did this hunt, so I did a test run yesterday. It went pretty well. I'm doing this on the Switch too, so we're going to be getting a ton of spawns as well. I actually contacted the legendary Carly May last night. I need some advice on which of these hunts I should do on the Switch and which on the Switch 2. And surprising absolutely no one. She was an extremely huge help. How about Carly finishing off her Shiny Living Dex for Scarlet and Violet yesterday? That's pretty wild. But yeah, like 50 cards per store seems to be like the average of what I'm hearing, which is crazy. I've also heard rumors of stores that only got 20 cards. Like I said, I was fortunate enough. I always talk about like half joking, like how tiny my area is and how out of touch my area is, and it's true. But sometimes it does work to my advantage. I went to the GameStop yesterday at lunch and talked with the manager for a little bit. And he basically said like no one had come in yet getting cards, so I was able to sweet talk him into give me 2. GameStop employees pocketing them too. I'm sure there have been cases of that, but let's all remember that the vast majority of GameStop employees do not care anything about this, and they're just trying to do their job. You got 10, Mighty Munchkin, you got 10 cards? You need to, like, watch your back, because you're going to have people coming after you. That's crazy. You can wait to get 2 cards? Yeah, like I said, hopefully GameStop and or Game Freak realizes how big of a debacle this was and they print more cards. I was actually thinking, because I have some experience professionally with like printing and things like that, that maybe they decided to do it a little bit differently this time, because maybe like if you look countrywide, there has been a glut of extra cards at the end of events like this, so maybe they were doing more of like a print to order type deal where everyone got started off with a packet of 20 or 50 cards, and if they ran out they could order more, just so they didn't end up printing more cards than they needed. Again, that might be just me being too optimistic. Mewtwo, what's going on? Good to see you. Oh, you can't wait to get 2 cards. Gotcha. Another thing about the whole thing, and what I'm going to say now is probably going to be really controversial. So just heads up, but it's also just my opinion. and I'm just a dude playing Pokemon with a capture card on YouTube. But for me personally, because I've done this for events that I've missed and things like that, for me personally, I have no problem if I miss out on an event Pokemon, getting on the old eBay and spending a couple dollars to get a gen version of it. Me personally, I don't see any difference between a mystery gift Pokemon and a Pokemon that was cloned from a mystery gift Pokemon. That's just me. I'm not trying to tell people you should get on eBay and spend money to get a shiny. But if it is that important to you, if you are in a place where GameStops don't exist or your GameStop has run out of codes, I personally think that's a reasonable thing to do. Go to GameStop's HQ with pitchforks and fire. That is also a thing that we could do. That would be okay. Honestly, I was watching a couple of videos about it last night and this morning, and I didn't realize how much of a S storm this whole thing was. I didn't realize that there were like 3 huge TCG sets dropping yesterday. Like I knew that the Pokemon one was, but also there was a big Yu-Gi-Oh set that dropped. There was the Magic the Gathering Spider-Man set. Um, so like there were like, even in my tiny GameStop, I was told that Thursday night there were 6 people camped out to buy the sets. So I could imagine that there were a whole bunch of people that went to GameStop right when they opened to buy one or all of these 3 different TCG sets. And they were just, given this extra card for this event that they may or may not have even known about. So I think a big part of it is just poor planning on Game Freak and GameStop's part, and plus the minimum amount of like 50 cards. I managed to get the codes. I did semi-global. I was fortunate enough to get the cards. Um, I did manage to get 2 cards, and I realized how fortunate and lucky I am. Um, but yeah, 50 per store is crazy. That's why I'm really hoping that perhaps they will be sending more cards to the stores, because it's supposed to last. Like the event was supposed to last for 3 weeks, and you know any sort of like scalper issues aside, I don't know how they expected 50 cards to last 3 weeks unless they just are so out of touch they have no idea the size of the Pokemon community. You know what I'm saying? You were literally just skipping the codes and very sketchy means, but they worked. Razzie, I'm glad you were able to get them. And considering that Carly finished her living decks, I'm assuming that Carly was fortunate enough to get codes as well. Mega Camera Up in Pogo this Saturday or Sunday. That's right. Yep, tomorrow is Mega Camera Up Day. Codes aren't available in your country. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know why it's not now, but I know that in the past there have been GameStop slash EB Games exclusive giveaways that have later appeared in other countries via different means. So I'm sure that hopefully in the not too distant future, like the UK, for example, and the rest of Europe, other than France, will be able to get them. Uh, I... Oh, you're going to give her those until you get a pair yourself? Gotcha. I wish they did the same thing as Zacian Zamazenta. Oh, absolutely. Okay, Razzie's cards fell off the back of a truck. I was very fortunate. Another thing that happened when I went to Loops, what's going on? Another thing that happened when I went to GameStop is I did put my pre-order in for ZA, So that was good. I did confirm with the people at the store they are having a midnight release. So I will be going there at midnight to buy the game, which is exciting. So I should be getting my free tote bag. And I got this. I was so happy to get this. Look, it looks just like me. It's very happy. And because I'm a pro member and I hadn't used my $5 off yet this month, I got that bad boy for $5. Hassan, what's going on? Good to see you. I'd be interested to know if and how they would be distributed in the UK, especially in your area. There isn't many game. Uh, Kieran, I know that typically they want that Christmas gift. Cheese, stop it. Kieran, I know that in the UK you guys have Game, right? Do you have any Game stores around you? You didn't get the shiny Miraidon Miraidon code yet? The event is a mess. Yeah, it is an absolute mess. I'm very disappointed in GameStop / Game Freak. I don't know who approved or who thought of the idea of printing so few codes or cards, but that was a big mistake. Pig game stores, oh my gosh. Poor Kieran, just chasing around pigs all day. Where the heck is this little fart? This took like 5 minutes to get yesterday. And it's already been 11 minutes. Hassan with the 22 months of membership. Holy crap, almost 2 years of membership. That's wild. You did have a game nearby, but it's gone. Slowly disappeared over the years. How about that? So I felt really bad yesterday about how this event was going for everybody. So I left work early and I drove about 45 minutes away, including getting stuck in freaking Friday evening traffic, to go to the GameStop in a different city. And I get there and the freaking GameStop is closed down. It's just not even there anymore. Like, we had 2 GameStops here. We had one, like the one I went to yesterday, that's probably about 5 minutes away. And then we had another one outside the mall, which is about 20 minutes away. The one outside the mall closed down last year. The one that I went to yesterday that I didn't realize it closed down must have closed down within the past 3 or 4 months. And of course, like, all these closed down places are still listed on GameStop's website if you look up locations. You're down for Blaine's Miraidon clone right now? I don't blame you. Yeah, I mean, it's events like this that it's no surprise that people gen or clone exclusives, and I don't blame people. I don't. It's not even like, in my opinion, it's not even a pirating thing because they are supposed to be free. Like, they were free code giveaways. So I don't even consider it stealing because you know, there's no lost money to Pokemon. That's just membership should have been around for a lot longer. You sure have. Got 2 exams on ZA Day, so you got to wait a few more hours than you wanted to play the game. Can you transfer the 2 legends into a single game? I would imagine you can. Now, you can only get 1 per game, and it's the opposite box legendary. So, like, in Scarlet, the code gives you Miraidon. In Violet, it gives you Koraidon. But once they're downloaded in the game, yeah, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't be able to transfer them into the other game like any other Pokemon. Either order from Amazon or buy from a place called Curry's, which sells all different types of electronics. Okay. And guys, I'm sorry if I'm missing chats. It's been a while since we've done like outbreak hunts in Scarlet and Violet, and that does mean I have to watch the screen a little bit more closely than I typically do. Garbage people have the audacity to sell the codes for $1,000. They have the audacity to try and sell the codes for $1,000. That doesn't mean anyone's going to buy them. I have seen active listings with bids of, you know, like $100 or $200, which is sad. To that, I say, if you don't want things like this to happen, don't bid on those. Don't buy from scalpers. Jerry, what's going on? Good morning. Uh, yeah, if you don't like people scalping stuff, if you are against it, don't buy stuff from scalpers. That's the only way to try and calm it down. Thank you for the light gold Dragonic. If you're paying for the codes, it's on you. Just wait for more codes. Yeah, or just, get a gen one. I seriously have no problem saying that. You don't have to agree with me, but yeah, just get a gen one. Like you can get gen Koraidons and Miraidons on eBay for like $3 or $4. In my mind, for me personally, that would be worth it. It's easier to say when you have the code. Well, okay, that's fair, Eric. It is easier for me to say don't pay scalper prices when I do have the codes. That is true. But in my opinion, and I'm not going to back down on this, if you're paying scalper prices, you forfeit the right to complain about scalper prices. If you are willing to pay the prices that scalpers are asking for, then you can't complain about them because you are encouraging it. Yeah, it's supposed to last till October 15th, so I also am trying to have a little faith that there's going to be more cards sent. Hopefully hopefully that's the case. Just buy your 2 Gen 9 Legend codes, only $30 each, Jerry. I know you're teasing. Yeah, FOMO is a mofo, absolutely. Pulled the Mega Gardevoir EXSIR last night. Nice. Only option. Well, like I said, there's actually 2 options there, Eric. There's 2 options, and there's one option that I would definitely recommend if you desperately want the Koraidon and Miraidon, and that is to buy Gen trade shiny Koraidon and Miraidon for like $3 or $4, as opposed to anywhere between $40 to $1,000 for the code to download. Don't buy the codes, is what I'm saying. It's going to be a couple of restocks of the codes within weeks. I hope so. Like, I mean, that's what I did. I missed out on the Zeraora event in Sword and Shield because I didn't have a Switch at the time. So down the road, I got on the old eBay and I spent like I think it was like $2 to get a Gen Zeraora from that event. And for me, that's fine. I don't have any issues with that whatsoever. Chem, it's going a little slowly so far. I'm a little surprised that we haven't found a Chespin yet. Yeah, happy early birthday, Hassan. I know it's coming up soon. They aren't tied to a purchase of the store. Well, they can't. I can't say legally. I don't know how it's written up. Typically, when there's giveaways at stores, they have to say no purchase necessary. So while technically you don't need to purchase anything to get the code, the idea is by being in the store, you are more likely to purchase something from them. So I'm sure that they got a sales boost yesterday, even outside of all the TCG boxes and stuff that came out yesterday. The OT is Paldea. Aren't these codes technically legal clones? Yeah, I mean, you could certainly look at it that way. They all have the same trainer ID. They all have the same IVs. They all have the same nature. They all have the same OT. They are yeah, I mean, they're clones. When's the next pocket set coming out? I heard that on the 30th there is a set of not new cards, but returning cards, like rare cards, like 4 stars and up cards, that those packs will only contain 4 cards and will only run through October 30th. Past that, I don't know. I love they did the same thing as the Runes Quartet, even if they made it harder. Really? Oh, as the Ruins Quartet. Yes, yes, yes. I'm genuinely surprised they didn't do it as like the final 7-star raids. 30th to the 15th. I thought it was the 30th to the 30th. If the government allowed to print money, why can't I? It makes you mad. Yeah, that is sad, Kem. Kem, were you able to get to a store yesterday? Did you have any luck? Just let's reset hunt for them when you encounter the second one. Absolutely, Kieran. I don't know why they locked that. Paul Dea, yes, Paul Dea is the original trainer. Yeah, exactly, Hassan. The box legendaries being the final 7 stars would have been perfect. You were unable to go out because of your agoraphobia. Is it that? You got to the front door and just you couldn't do it. Where is this little brown hat? All day. I thought we'd be on the second hunt already by now. Kim's mom wouldn't let him use the minivan. Yeah, I can understand that. That was 60% of the reason. Gotcha. The other 40% was probably that you were too busy doing other things, like adult things, like not going to get video game shiny Pokemon cards. What even the heck, dude? Where be the brown hat? But yeah, it's a total mess, which is really sad. Um, yeah, I hope everyone's able to get them, whether via card or other means. I just hope no one spends, you know, unnecessary money to get them. Like I said, for me personally, I would easily drop, $4 or $5 to get the two. But I don't feel there's any need for anyone to spend more than that. It's anarchy. It really is. It's just sad. Go to Blaine. Yeah, I mean Blaine's. That's definitely do that. Kim, I did. I was fortunate enough to get the cards yesterday. Ben, did you get shiny Gen 6 starters again, or get them in Legends ZA? Ooh, that is a good question. Wi-Fi digital distribution never runs out, though. Um, what do you mean by that? I mean, yeah, I mean, there's not a quantity limit. There's a time limit. Yes, you were able to get the 2 codes. Yes, Kim. I literally told you in your stream yesterday as well. I kind of surprised they didn't distribute any of the Pokemon centers. To be fair, well, again, like for many generations, I don't know the details of the agreement, but for many generations, GameStop has had exclusive, uh, shiny Pokemon giveaway events. I'm sure this is just the latest in whatever that agreement is. Eric, what's going on? Good to see you. You were watching. Oh my gosh, get him out of here. Another challenge after this that you have in mind. What's that challenge? I do have some ideas of what we're going to do between now and ZA if we finish up these final 3 before then. But I'm always looking for new ideas. Matthew, good morning. Wow, we might actually go to a second sandwich for this. That's crazy. Have I heard of the ZA challenge? What would that be? I thought I was doing the ZA challenge. Belgian waffle's amazing. I'm jealous, Razzie. I could go for a good Belgian waffle. You know, I just realized something. I'm doing this like it's any regular hunt. I genuinely have no idea on the Switch 2 how large the radius is. I could be looking at the same ones over and over. I'm going to do a picnic reset when I get up here to the top. It's straight from Belgium too? Nice. Catch shiny Pokemon from their first letter Z to A. Ah, that is a good one. Maybe we'll do that after Legend ZA. 3 miles, gotcha. Okay, yeah, I'm just going to do a picnic reset. I'm a dum-dum. I didn't even think about that. I should do a picnic reset every time I get back up here. Fell off the back of the truck with the codes. You're eating a ground waffle? That's crazy. You're picnic reset for your 3 Chespin right next to the spawn point back on Switch 1. Nice. Yeah, I did a test run of this last night and got it really quickly. You prefer floor waffle? Floor waffle's better than ground waffle, that's for certain. But I guess it depends on how clean the parking lot is. If it's like a Sephora parking lot, you're probably fine. If it's like a Walmart parking lot, you're kind of taking a risk. Waffle. Waffle was your nickname in high school. I don't even want to know. I don't want any elaboration on that. In Jersey, no such thing as clean parking lots. Oh my gosh, that's just so Jerseyous. Casino parking lot and it smelled funny. Ugh. Slept in the office with area to cap. Poor thing needed all the cuddles last night. Aw, how's she feeling? What was the surgery for? Was it her eyes? I can't remember what's wrong with your cat. I can't remember why your cat's messed up. Yeah, I am. It looks like I am getting a scam witch. Don't even food off the floor, guys. That's right. Oh, routine spay. Okay. Didn't she have like an eye thing or something when you first got her that you had the doctors take a look at? Can't believe you automatically assumed the floor was a parking lot, not indoors in a home or workplace. You said it fell off the truck, Razzie. Why you be bringing trucks inside the house? Kieran can't even food. Poor Kieran. He's trying his best. The loading dock. The loading dock is inside. It's not just like a roll-up door. Like where the truck backs up to the dock where they load and they roll up the door. Yeah, truck's an outside toy, not an inside toy. John Strecker, good morning. She has a wonky eye. Left eye or right eye? Can't even words. I can't either. What is going on here? A minute 49. I can't believe this. This is my fault, though. I should have been picnic resetting every lap. Asking too many questions to get them out of here. Razzie, what would you do if I just like yeeted myself out off the chair? Trying to imagine Kieran at a restaurant with friends, getting increasingly angry looking in the menu and just outbursting with "I can't even" and abruptly leaves. I'm just trying to imagine Kieran at a restaurant with friends. You want to see the jazz clip that me and said jazz? I'll talk to Nick. I'll see if we can work something out. That's actually really funny. Shots fired. It's how Kieran and I express our love for each other. You should see the vile things he says to me in DMs. Kieran's eye? Yeah, he's okay. How many of those vile things are old jokes? Most of them. Most of them. He's not very creative. Love language with Kieran, that's right. Hefty talks big talk, but they just got their first restaurant last week. It's a wooden hot dog cart that sells boiled cabbage. A hot dog cart that sells boiled cabbage. That's unique. Good morning, Alexi. How are you? All right, let's make another sandwich. I'm not even going to. Yeah, I should fire up the other one just to save some herba, because we still need some herba for a couple other hunts. Let's get back at it. So old they don't share memes, they share Anchorman quotes. That's true. That's literally true, Matthew. That's 100% correct. Eating delicious crunchy grapes and bam, a soft mushy. Oh yeah, absolutely. Here you go, Eric. When you make two L's with your hands, the bad eye is the one that isn't L shaped. When I do two L's with my hands, the bad eye is the one that isn't L shaped. So the right eye, that would be the right, Jerry. You did it. You're that guy. Well, good job, Eric. I'm proud of you. Winda for window and water for water. Oh yeah, I mean if you're talking about like down around Philadelphia area, absolutely. I'll never understand the water. Form group, joint group. What do you call a duck that likes fireworks? I don't know, Dragonic. What do you call a duck that likes fireworks? One of your eyes shaped like a football. Yes. What? A firequacker. I like that. That's a good one. I gotta remember that one. All right. 1929. I got you once to try ketchup and slaw dog. Ketchup and slaw dogs are amazing. Oh, also, I did notice. I can't remember what the name of the guy is. I will tell you this for people that are upset about Miraidon and Miraidon. I didn't reply to Anchorman quote earlier. I was sleeping. I saw there is a guy streaming right now. He had like somewhere between like 90 to 100 people in his stream that was giving away the event Miraidon and Miraidon. So that's another place to check out too. I'm sure he's still streaming. I'm sure it's a bot, but there's another way you could get it without having to spend any money. Um, yeah, I mean, I have no problem suggesting to people to just get these things cloned since they just completely butchered the whole thing. But Kelsey, how are you today? It's a T800, could be. You know, then he's a nice guy. Okay, good. Look, if if strings vouches for the streamer, it's safe. I can't words today. Getting one of these codes crazy right now. I know, John. It's an absolute mess. You ever snagged one code card yesterday, but everywhere else is sold out of them. I'm glad you were able to get one, Kelsey. I'm very happy you were able to. And Kelsey, I apologize, but I can't remember. Do you have both games or do you just have one game? Do you have both Scarlet and Violet? You're the slowest typer in the world, so you probably can't enter the code in time. Could be. You have both. Okay. I had a feeling, but I never want to just assume. You know what they say about assuming? You might be wrong. That's what they say. Tried calling GameStops by you. All were sold out. Couldn't go after work. Ah, dang. I'm sorry, John. It really stinks. It's funny. I didn't call any GameStops. I should have. I drove to GameStops and Like, first off, I went to my normal one over lunch, and I was able to get the codes. But then I left work early to drive to another GameStop that's like half an hour away, and I got there and realized that they were no longer in business. I should have called. Plug a keyboard into your Switch. Can you do that? I didn't even know you could do that. Got your hands on fourth code. You and Carly are done. Nice. Congratulations, Razzie. Butter. Employee took the call. Probably had a stack in his bag. Mia, you're too... I don't know, Mia. Like, there aren't a lot of cards to begin with. Even if a GameStop employee had a stack in his bag, that stack was probably like 5. I mean, all the reports are coming out that most stores only got like a stack of 50 cards. It's hard to hoard cards when you don't get a lot of them. I would say, if anything, it's not the GameStop employees, it's the printers. Let us be mad. I want you to be mad at the right people. Don't take it out on the poor person in their early 20s working retail for hardly any money at a job they got because they like video games and they wanted to work with something that involved their passion. It's not their fault that GameStop screwed up the whole thing. Point the anger in the right direction. All right, let's go back to single hunt. Here we go. Let's try this again. You like being mad aimlessly. I mean, I know you do. I mean, there's no fixing you. Yeah, be mad, but be mad at the right people. I mean, honestly, some of the things I heard yesterday got me so amped up. It reminded me of when all those freaking dumbass Rick and Morty fans started rioting at McDonald's because, hey, there we go, because they were out of Szechuan sauce when, like, no one that was even there had even remembered Szechuan sauce. They just knew about it because of a meme from Rick and Morty. McDonald's was nice enough to bring it back as a little nod to Rick and Morty. The fans went to McDonald's. They ran out of it because McDonald's vastly underestimated the amount of people that enjoyed, and just like started causing chaos, ruining the day for all these, these minimum wage workers at McDonald's and all the families that were there just trying to enjoy their meal. Be mad, but be mad at the right people. That's all I'm saying. Let's catch this Chespin. Yeah. You know what's sad? This is the conversation we have to have this early in the morning. You're absolutely right, Eric. Ron Burgundy would be in a glass case of emotion about the situation. All right, what is a good ball for Chespin? Well, we don't even know what the shiny looks like, but I'm going to guess Nest Ball. I'm going to say Nest Ball is probably best. Could you start it over? I just got here. You want to crash out too? Amber, just be angry at the company. Don't be angry at the poor employee that's trying to do their job. That Chespin doesn't know what's happening at GameStop right now. It's true. There we go. And let's change this. This. Here we go. We got 2 left. All right. Be mad at the people who play the TCG. If they didn't play it, they wouldn't have had the set release easy. Well, I mean, like I was saying earlier, I had no idea that there were 3 TCG releases yesterday. That's just poor planning. Where are you supposed to get these codes? The toilet store? I mean, it just seems like poor planning. There was a major release for Pokemon TCG, Magic the Gathering, and Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG yesterday, and that's the day they choose to start doing the codes. What mark does the Chespin have? That's a great question. We should probably look at marks, and we should probably look at natures. Do we have any nature guesses? Do we have any mark guesses? Might have been the top 10 worst days to start distributing codes. Absolutely. GameStop here went okay for the most part. One guy cleaned out all the Pokemon cards. Another person complained about it, and the scalper said, too bad, make more money. Oh my goodness, Dorian. Naughty. We got quirky, we got impish, we got uncommon mark. Pokemon. Hey, Maddie P, good morning. GameStop only had Pokemon people at your shop, really. It was really well organized and clean. That's good. Yeah, so at my store, they had, I'm not sure if there was Yu-Gi-Oh, but they had the Pokemon and they had the Magic the Gathering sets. And from what I understand, like there were like one of the employees was saying yesterday, like they're like when they left the day before, when they left Thursday night, there were like 6 people already camped out. Yu-Gi-Oh cards are probably still available. To be fair, yeah, could be. I mean, wouldn't surprise me. You did get a code. Glad to hear that, Dorian. Yeah, you need to look at this new Yu-Gi-Oh set. Yeah, I mean, apparently, I didn't know anything about it. We got lax, we got modest, we got hungry, we got. I'm gonna say impish as well. Let's see here. Is it? It's serious. It's a serious one for a serious conversation. Very serious. Sir Ralph, what's going on? Good to see you. They have Magic Spider-Man release, but MagicCon's happening in town here, so the big fans were there and said, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, so Matt, that probably lucked out well for you. Stopper had been waiting since the night before. He said no one got there until 1:30 in the morning. That's crazy. Yeah, exactly, Eric. You know, the fact that it was a perfect storm. Each store was sent so few cards, and then they had three big uh, three big TCG releases on the same day. You have to yell in my direction. I only peed a tiny bit in your pants, and I was only scared of him a little bit. When did I yell at you, Razzie? I have literally never yelled at you once in my entire life. All right, let's evolve this. Don't you love it when you use Herba and then you get the shiny in like 2 minutes? I screamed at the chat. No, I didn't. When did I do that? Timid. It's not timid. No, but seriously though, some people can. I said what? No, I didn't. Yeah, no, I didn't. Jokes aside, that was a crash out. Is that what a crash out is defined as? Like ranting about idiots? In that case, I crash out every day. Yeah, I know I said it. I know I said it. There we go. We got our chestnut. Yeah, you can have spiky shield. Let's get rid of paint split. Yeah, if that's considered a crash out, I crash out pretty much any day where I have to deal with people. Okay. Usually the only time Hefty crashes out is on shinies. Well, that's just because he's an idiot. No, he's a very good man. He helps me out a lot. He helped me out yesterday. Okay, next up, we are going after the Fennekin. Speaking of shines, we need another Minecraft. Hey, you know what? I will throw him under the bus. I've been asking him about when we can do that, and he's just been too busy. But I have been asking when can we get back into it? I kind of want to do it. It was mean. He pranked the world. You know, it just goes to show you how short attention spans are nowadays. That video he put out yesterday is 1 minute 47 seconds long. 1 minute 47 seconds. And the comments were full of people saying, hey, wait a second. It's not working for me. What am I doing wrong? If that's... I have no empathy. I really don't. Did I forgive the polar bear? I was never mad at the polar bear. The polar bear was mad at me. Made a jumbo, level 3 jumbo sandwich and shiny tentacle. Nice. Good job. I just realized I haven't saved yet. And I'm not positive this is going to work. I'm not sure if I need to put butter on the sandwich or not. When you say crash out, it's fine. When I say that I'm a Gen Z kid, you are a Gen Z kid. Lamar, what's going on? And good to see you. You didn't realize it was a prank until the Stanley bit? I mean, that's the clearest indication of the whole thing. Okay, it did work. Good. You knew it was a prank once the text started. Yeah. Has glitches for cloning. Yeah. I mean, I think the code itself was a pretty good indicator that there would be some sort of universal code. All right, this one's gonna be a little difficult. That's why I made it jumbo. Especially because like I'm still looking at kind of a smallish screen. Shenanigans, absolute shenanigans. You play Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and you have the Scarlet, Indigo, and Teal mask. Nice. Yeah, the DLC for Scarlet and Violet are pretty good. I like them. I wonder if I want to see if I can get a good spot. A good spot. That's a pretty good spot. And video is what makes Nick an amusing guy. He's something. He's definitely a person that exists. When Nick puts production value above normal goodness, he does. You know he's setting you up. That is true. That is a good tell, Cheese. That's quite a pickup. You're right. The more time he puts into something, the more likely it's a joke. Eric, good call. I'm saving right now. I'm wondering if it's worth even driving around or just stay where I am and just picnic reset and check those 5 or 6 spawns. Well edited for a short. He does a good job. He honestly does. For as much of an idiot as Nick is, he puts a lot of work into his production. Hope I find the shiny don't miss. I'm hoping I won't, Lamar. I'm hoping I won't. I got to get this one, and I got to get the Froakie, and then I'm all done getting every shiny Pokemon that has a Mega Evolution before ZA comes out. So I'm hoping we can finish it up today. And then if that is the case, I do know what we're going to do for the remaining streams between now and then. Our favorite little idiot. That's what it says on the business card. How's the coffee? Coffee is pretty good so far. Dang it, that Happini tricked me. Dragonic, it was super hard. This is how hard it was. I actually was complaining to my mom about it. And she convinced me to ask her for help. And so she gave me the first... I had the 3 middle letters. She convinced me to ask her for help, and she gave me the first letter. And even then, with only needing 1 remaining letter, it took me a couple minutes to figure it out. Yeah, I won't say what it is, Mewtwo. I'm not saying any letters or anything, but yeah, I definitely had a problem with it. But like it was such a problem, like I wouldn't have even failed it. I literally could not think of any words using those letters. How many sandwiches I make? This is the first one for the Fennekin, Lamar. We just made 2 sandwiches for the Chespin and got it almost immediately on the second sandwich. But we just started the sandwich for the Fennekin. You got it in 4. Good job. Good job, John. When you got it, you're like, oh my goodness. Yeah. Because like as soon as I realized what it was, I was like, oh. But I don't want to say too much because I know Mewtwo's doing it. It's not. When I was looking at the letters that were remaining, it didn't make sense to me that would have been a letter. I don't know how else to say it. Like I went through all the letters I had left to use, and that one I looked right past because I thought there's no way that could be the letter. It wouldn't make sense. How's your coffee, Amber? I got it, but honestly, I got it because of my mom. If it wasn't because of my mom, it would still be sitting there unsolved. You got the first 4 letters and 2. Good job. Now, can you figure out the last one? Got your new mortgage approved today. A letter came through this morning, so making good progress with the move. Congratulations, Kieran. Let me know when the housewarming is. Do you guys do housewarming parties over there? Got some spice. It's got a little bit of spice. Coffee's okay, could be better, but you're thankful to have it. That's right. It's a good outlook there, Amber. There are people in this world that don't even have coffee. I think I'm just gonna. I'm getting antsy, but I think this is the best. I'm just gonna picnic reset here. It's gonna allow me to talk more with the chat anyway. Has a downstairs toilet just for me? Nice. I can't believe you got a hefty toilet. Housewarming equals pig parade. Oh my gosh. Why? It must be the winky face. I tell you what. YouTube is getting really sensitive with the auto hides. Think Shiny is gonna be good, Lamar? I agree. I think it's gonna be good too. Can I zoom out more? Yes. Took you 3 more. Why are there only so many letters that start with those 4 letters? Isn't it crazy, Mewtwo? Did you get it though? Latest comic books with the latest comics books in the loot, that would be pretty nice. Chicken coop at the back of the new house. Can't seem to get away from farm animals. Well, I mean, you can never get away from yourself, Kieran. Wherever you go, there you are. You got it. Good job, Mewtwo. Yeah, the last letter, I was staring at it for a long time, just thinking it couldn't have been that last letter. I do have to drive around a little bit. No downstairs toilet for me. All right, I'll just use your toilet then. Peekaboo, what's going on, Tyler? How you doing? I'm doing well, thank you. Glad you are too. Breath of the Wild, Kirby the Forgotten Land, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Starcross World, Grounded, and Tears of the Kingdom. Awesome. Shiny Lucario. What is it that you're trying to go for, Mighty Munchkin? Remind me. I'm assuming you have a fighting sandwich going on. So is it Halucha that you're going for? The 2 fun facts about you. The first is that you have ADHD, and the second is that you're red-green colorblind. Oh, those are fun facts, Tyler. Thank you for sharing. It is Halucha? Okay. Tiny said also not to mess with dolphins in Minecraft. I will keep that in mind. I was watching a video the other day talking about, it was like a review of all the Switch 2 upgrade content for Switch games, and out of all the ones so far, like Kirby, the two Legend of Zeldas, Super Mario Party Jamboree, Donkey Kong. Well, I guess Donkey Kong Bonanza isn't really a Switch 2 upgrade; it's just a DLC. But of all those, Kirby got the best marks. They said that the Kirby game had the best content for the Switch 2 upgrade. You've been almost murdered by dolphins in Minecraft before? I thought dolphins were nice. Yeah, I mean they were also talking about the Bonanza DLC in there, but yeah, that wasn't I mean that was separate. Kirby games are so underrated. I really liked it. But I think I've decided I'm not going to buy the Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC. As much as I love the game, everything I'm seeing, all the reviews, all the gameplay I'm seeing is I don't think it's worth the $20, unfortunately. And I do mean unfortunately because I loved Bonanza. I had so much fun playing that. I saw there was a an update to Super Mario Kart or yeah, Super Mario Kart World or Mario Kart World, which I didn't hear about, but I checked it out, and now apparently you can like on the map they show like all the P switches that you've done. So because of that, I was able to knock out a couple more P switches the other day because I was like, well, this area of the map looks very empty. And then you can also see like the coins. So that's neat. I'm at 230 P switches in Mario Kart World. Dolphins are nice, but if you hit one, all different dolphins nearby will swarm and murder you. So there's like protective of each other. DLC is a microtransaction bonanza you hear. Yeah, I mean it looks like they added a new area, which is the DK Island, but there's not really anything to do on it other than bask in the nostalgia. And then there's the mini game which is like a roguelike mini game where you have to like destroy or collect enough bananas or whatever within a time limit. But I mean that's it's just kind of a mini game. Shiny Hallelujah, congratulations, Mighty Munchkin, and good morning, Airy. Zombified piglins. I'm not, but those sound terrifying. Airy, we've already gotten the shiny Chespin, which is now a Chesnaught, and now we're working on the Fennekin. I have an outbreak with 75 KO'd, and so now I'm just running a jumbo sandwich and hoping. Yeah, it's like it's a roguelike aspect. Yeah, but I mean, still, I mean, at the end of the at the end of the day, it's just like a timed mini game. Um, it's just not for me, not for that price. For me personally. But yeah, like the Kirby additional stuff, that seems like it is worth the price for me. I think there's like 12 new levels and some other things. I think there's like another boss mode. Or not boss mode, you know what I'm trying to say. Like another Coliseum mode. That's yeah. Thank you, Tyler. That's what I was trying to say. Coliseum, not boss mode. I would like to do that. Maybe the new Nintendo CEO will make the games cheaper. Maybe. I mean, there's a non-zero chance that the games will come down in price. Maybe tired and the kids had the TV on, your phone wasn't right next to you. I see, did you have a hairy chest lint? Yes, that's exactly what I said. I said I have a hairy chest lint. You know what, Razzie, you told me about it, and I believe either Kieran or Jerry told me about it, and I got completely sidetracked and forgot. I'm going to be honest. I do need to watch that. Dang it. Why you? Just to upset you, Kim. Mario Galaxy 2 download to your Switch. What's that date again? Is October 2nd? Okay. Yeah, I still haven't decided what I'm going to do about that. I am still torn on that. 52 out of 56. You're very close, Mighty Munchkin. Zombified piglins won't attack you until you hit them, and they will all swarm and attack you, and they hit like trucks. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I still don't know what I'm going to do about Super Mario Galaxy 2. I want to have it physical, but I'm not thrilled about having to spend $70 to buy Super Mario Galaxy for the third time. October 3rd is Ricky and yours 12th dating anniversary. Very nice. That's a long time. What was I doing 12 years ago? What's today? 2025? 12 years ago, 2013. That was kind of a blah year. I think you beat me, Ari. I think you beat me at having a better 2013. The remasters, why is the dang thing $70? I can understand $70 for a 2-game remaster. Like, I don't have a problem with $70 for the duo. I have a problem with the fact that I already have half of it. I was finishing up school. No, I wasn't. You lie. You sit on a throne of lies. Like I personally think $70 for 2 complete games, even if they're a little retro, I think that's all right. Because I mean, $35 for a Wii game, I think that's decent, personally. I just don't like that I already have it. 2011 and 2015 was incredibly rough for you. Ricky was the only good thing about it. Very, very good thing. Milk was a bad choice. Crap. Suppose this copy is not emulation like the All Stars one, probably. I don't know. I don't know if we've gotten confirmation on whether or not there's any upscaling for the games. Even so, like, having better graphics isn't, for me, like, that's not like, oh, if it's better graphics, then I have no problem purchasing it again. I mean, I have purchased games again that have better graphics, but that wasn't the deciding factor. You know what I mean? Back in PLA for Raichu. Good luck, Mighty Munchkin. Oh yeah, if anyone is here that was here last Sunday and isn't part of the Discord or didn't see, after the stream on Sunday, I continued to reset PLA for about an hour, and I did manage to get a second shelf of Raichu. Leaving 1 of 3 game stops and instantly lost hope. Oh no, Ralph, I'm so sorry. You can play Mario 64 with its original unaltered Bowser dialogue on NSO anyway. Yeah. I mean, the difference there being is that, I purchased 3D All Stars before it came out NSO, and the NSO version is free, as opposed to Galaxy. Would I name it? I didn't name it anything. Should I name it something? Should we name stuff? We might name stuff. I don't know. Only a couple of them have been named. But yeah, I mean, I really do want to get Super Mario Galaxy 2. Because I actually never owned it. I rented it one time. I never beat it. So it's going to be new for me. But I'm not thrilled about having to buy Galaxy again if I want it physical. Trying to get your cousin to pick up the shiny bike dragons for you. Let's hope she can find one or even both. Ari, I hope so. I hope you can. I've been telling people all morning, like, I would not blame anyone. Just pay 40 for digital, but I want it physical. That's the thing. Like, I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to be completely happy either way. So I'm trying to decide which way will make me more happy. I prefer to have physical games than digital games. Thank you, Jerry. Yeah, I will watch that later. You want physical as well, John? Yeah, I prefer physical games, especially for certain franchises. Like for example, Princess Peach Showtime I have digitally. Kirby I have digitally. Um, but I like to get like all my Mario games. I like to get all my Pokemon games. I like to get all my Metroid games. I like to get all my Zelda games physically. Do I have the Wii one physically? No, that's what I said. I've never owned Galaxy 2. I've never owned it. I bought Galaxy 1. I never bought Galaxy 2. I picnic reset in the wrong place. New ZA, you want digital? Why is that, Amber? You two enjoy first party physical edition copies usually? Like I was talking about this the other week. For me, it's kind of like with music, right? Like I have no problem like downloading songs or just like listening to, Pandora or whatever for a lot of music. But there's certain bands that when they come out, I want to physically own the CD, and I'll still buy those. Fennekin's Brutal without an outbreak? Yeah, thank God I have an outbreak, right? Imagine how this would be without one. In the event the Galaxy isn't just a slightly better resolution, get it physical. Well, I want to find out for certain. First party is actually the safest to just buy digitally because they ain't removing their stuff ever. Maybe. Maybe. But I just like I said, I prefer physical, and especially for franchises that I like a lot. My favorite franchises, I want them physical. For the franchises that I'm not like a huge fan of, I have no problem getting digitally because if down the road it disappears, I won't be as upset. Like the people have their own preferences. Absolutely, everybody has their own preferences. I know people that rather buy everything digital. Oh, so you don't have to switch out games. You don't want to have to switch out games on the Switch. Some people like to have everything digital, so they don't have to worry about like where to store things or having just like a huge physical library, or having to switch out cartridges or losing cartridges. And that's fair. It's not something that I personally believe the same thing about, but other people certainly can. You got a Gold Star Pikachu outbreak. Very nice. We only got 7 minutes left on the sandwich. We're going to have to go for a second sandwich on this one, too. Glad you bought all stars physically in the scalping universe we live in now. Yeah. You lost so many and so many cartridges damaged beyond that you hate getting physical cartridges, but you dislike that you don't own the digital cartridge according to Nintendo. Yeah, exactly. That's the one thing. Is just I'm not against digital. Just as long as people understand what having a game digital means, is that you didn't purchase the game, you purchased access to the game. Crew Poster, what's going on? Good to see you. And that access can be revoked. And pretty much physical for only Metroid, Zelda, Pokemon. Same here, and typically Mario as well. Final Fantasy. Oh, and Kingdom Hearts too. Kingdom Hearts, I have all physical. I haven't played a Final Fantasy game since 12, maybe 13. And I haven't really liked a Final Fantasy game since 10-2. Or X2 if you want to call it that. Found shiny the other day randomly in Violet. Very nice. What was it? Same with purchasing the physical copy. You don't really own it. They can strip you of that too. How would they strip me of a physical copy, Eric? How would that work? You hated X2? Final Fantasy X was one of your favorite games of all time? I didn't think X2 was as good as 10, but it was the last one that I really enjoyed. I didn't like it when they started going to like an active time battle situation. You're hatching eggs and randomly had and saw a shiny hop. Oh, nice! Congratulations. Wasn't it before the Switch 2 came out, they said you couldn't play your Mario Kart World because you had to do an update? I don't know. I don't know. They can still lock you out even if you put a cartridge in 2025. They can still not let you into the game upon clicking the icon. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old-fashioned and out of date. Maybe there's things going on that I'm not aware of. But I just have always felt that if I physically own the game, I have the game. If I get a game digitally, they are allowing me access to the game. OND, going well. How are you? You have 2 pigeons outside your window. That's pretty neat. Silver Fox, good morning. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go to second sandwich on this. I don't know if we should. No, I'm overthinking it. I'm overthinking it. We should just do the same thing we just did. Any football over the weekend? Probably not. How about you, Dr. Fiend? Oh, see, look at that. Look at that. All of a sudden, I get a ton of spawns. That's awesome. Specifically with the Switch stuff, you mean, and you do worry about that and have pictured that happening. But like, why would they? Why? That's the part that I'm not understanding. Like, I guess if I'm going to accept that Nintendo can stop you from opening up a physical game cartridge on the Switch 2, what would lead that to happen? What's my team? It's not anything special right now because I'm just doing some shiny hunting. But right now I got Vikavolt, Superior, Breloom, Chandelure, Poliwhirl, and the shiny Chestnut that we just caught. Ooh, minute 18 before we gotta make another sandwich. Legal issues or controversy within the game. Explain legal issues. What would that mean? James, what's going on? Good to see you. You have Sylveon, Dragonite, Phalanx, Bellibolt, Goldingo, and Serena. Nice team. Gonna be watching the Packer and Patriots. Nice. Packers and Patriots. Nice. Yeah, I have a good friend that's a big Packers fan. Could use some help evolving a shiny Fennekin you got last night. Congratulations on that. I don't know if there's anybody in the chat that's willing to jump into a union circle with James right now so he can evolve his Fennekin, but if so, let him know. Boo Packers. Oh my gosh, John. Okay, time to make another sandwich. Let's spy isolated. Hmm. 3 level 100, Sylveon, your Ace Bellibolt, and Goldengo. Okay, so Crew, you currently have a Fennekin, and you also need help evolving into Palafin. Conquest Bad Fur Day is released for Switch, and parents complain it's too lewd and demand to not be able to be accessed, and it works. That would never happen. It wouldn't happen. Ignore that when you ruined it. You'll try again in 10 minutes. Okay. Sounds good, Razzie. You like how no one pays the slightest mind to the fact that when Link takes bird eggs out of the nest, he is taking unborn children and then either roasting them, boiling them, or making a dish. It's true. Even if that were to happen, I would assume they would do the same thing with digital games. So no one would be able to play it. So physical would still, in my mind, have the advantage of typically you would always be able to play it, whereas a digital version can be taken down. What's I doing? Silver Fox with the 16 months of membership. Send some shiny luck. Thank you so much, Silver Fox. Which am I looking for? I am looking for the shiny Fennekin. Unviable eggs? That's true. They could be unviable eggs. Either can be stripped from you if they wanted. What I'm saying is, even if these hypothetical situations were to happen that you guys are talking about, there would never be a situation where they would strip a physical game from you and not a digital game from you. There will be and has been situations where a digital game will be stripped from you, but the physical game will not. No shiny? Dang, I'm sorry, Mighty Munchkin. Hope you get soon. Alright, let's get this Fennekin. Will the second sandwich luck return for this hunt? They won't take the cartridge back, but they could lock the file upon clicking on the icon hypothetically. And in that hypothetical situation, Mia, would they allow the digital edition to continue to be played? Innovative pastry. Got a shiny love disc. Congratulations, Dragonic. No, that's what I'm saying. I can't imagine any situation that would ever happen where they would lock out a physical game but not a digital game. I can see situations where they would lock out a digital game but not a physical game. Counter 3, shiny 3, and something else 3 for a specific type doesn't cost a lot. Yeah, that's actually what I'm doing, Crew Poster. I just made a sandwich for shiny hunting the fire types. Well, I mean, I think we've gotten a lot off track here, but my original point was I prefer physical because access to digital games can be revoked. Now, maybe nowadays, with the technology they have, physical game access can be revoked as well, but there's never going to be a case where a physical game is revoked, but a digital version isn't. Anyway, look, everyone just buy whatever you want. It doesn't matter. I don't know why we're continuing to go on about all this crap. Buy games however you want was the original point. I don't feel like anyone needs to justify why they purchased something. Or how they purchased something. It would equally affect both. It wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. Where are these Fennekins? All right, where's the shiny at? Need coffee, but the wife has passed out on the couch downstairs. Sounds like she needs some coffee. Silver Fox, the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Silver Fox. Loops, El Dude, Francisco, Rise of Zen, and Tori Blythe all getting memberships. Let's get some hype for Silver Fox. So the Chikorita and Sriracha, the Torchic's team name is Team Pookie. That is the most adorable name I've ever heard, Ari. Everything about them is adorbs. That's true. Come on, where are we at here? New playthrough of Breath of the Wild, you only have a total of 6 hearts. Your stamina wheel hasn't been upgraded at all, and you have unlocked Korok Forest. You just want the Master Sword before Divine Beast. Good luck with that, Tyler. Did Crew's internet die? I don't know. I don't know what happened there. It's kind of hard to believe that these are larger than average Fennekins, right? Am I crazy? There's Crew. Crew, I don't know if you missed what I said earlier. I am literally using a shiny sandwich at this moment. Fennecs are pretty small. I know, but I mean, still. Come on, these are tiny. I did make a jumbo shiny sandwich. Yeah, humongo power. It's like the third time I've checked. I keep doubting myself. Someone's got encounter. Crew, I appreciate the help. You're 100% right on that recipe, but I don't need to use that recipe. Thank you. You like how tiny the KALOS starters are? They are very tiny. You got 13 total hearts in the Master Store before doing any Divine Beast in the past. You just did it on a different Switch account. That wasn't your main account. That's awesome. Yes, Kieran, it is definitely humongo. Thank you for asking. I do feel like the last sandwich, they were bigger. What do you think is in the food that attracts the bigger eyes to show up in a jumbo sandwich? Probably some sort of protein. I feel like jumbos like to eat more protein. You have to do this on too. Accelerate! My goodness gracious. The legendary Accelerate. What's going on? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Oh my gosh, that stupid Vullaby got me excited for a second. Pretty good eyesight if you can see the Fennekins. Yeah, especially with this tiny screen that I'm looking at. I hate that I can't make the screen any bigger. Vullaby's already tricked you twice during this hunt. It's just the worst. It's the absolute worst. It's a little stinker. And also, it's not as bad as since we're talking about Vullaby area. It's not as bad as Shieldon, but Vullaby's another one that I have real trouble seeing. Thought you have candy, but you don't. Can you do like a few battles maybe to get the experience? Volby's one of those difficult ones. It is. I mean, like, I think it looks good in other games. And I'm not saying it's a bad looking shiny. I just think in this game specifically, it's a lot harder to notice than normal. The lighting definitely messes. Ashley Mia. I think I honestly like the lighting in this game. I think Scarlet and Violet has done a great job with how the lighting affects everything, whether it's from the clouds or whether you're in caves or it's nighttime. I think it's actually pretty good what they did. But as a shiny hunter, it absolutely messes with stuff, especially dusk. It's wild. How I mean, it's the first time that I believe I can think of in a Pokemon game where the lighting has affected the Pokemon models. Like instead of it always being the exact same shades of whatever colors, which is, you know, more realistic. You know, like no way would a Magmar always be that exact bright red, whether it's daytime or nighttime or whatever. But when you're looking for sometimes subtle color changes when shiny hunting, it absolutely throws a monkey wrench in. I like to watch speedruns of games from time to time. I was always impressed with the Metroid ones. Watch one for Dread. Man, skips that the skips that people find. I'd like to watch that, Jerry, because I loved Dread. I would like to see some skips. I've been playing some more Metroid Prime. I am in Magmore Caverns now. I wanted to get to Fennekin Drifts last weekend, but I got too tied up with other stuff. But I'm enjoying it. Such a great game. I watched a video this morning about Metroid Prime 4, and I have never been. I've never immediately disliked a YouTuber more. Just absolutely crapping on the Metroid Prime 4 trailer for like the stupidest stuff. I'm talking like Sword and Shield tree graphics level stuff. Oh, Eric, I looked into that after you DM me. That does look like it would be kind of fun. I'm not sure when I'm going to pick it up, but that does look like it would be a fun game. Whose video? I can't remember the name. It was the first time I've ever seen their channel. I think it was recommended to me just because I like Metroid content. But I watched it and like 30 seconds in, I was like, okay, I don't like this guy at all. He's just never happy. Like he literally said, when the trailer started and I realized it was Metroid Prime 4 and it looked this bad, I was so happy because I want that franchise to fail. You just have to get the free friend pass. That's how that works, Eric? Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, let me look into it. We'll set up a time. We'll set up some time to do that, Eric. I didn't realize that's how it worked. You got Salt. CinemaSins channel. I like the CinemaSins channel if you take it for, not for serious, but like for fun. Like, there's two types of CinemaSins videos I'll watch, Jerry. I will watch CinemaSins videos for movies that are critically loved. And usually, like, even in the CinemaSins video, they'll be like, hate to do this because it's a fantastic movie, but, and then they'll add a sin. So that's for fun. And then the other one I like to watch are movies that are just critically hated. Like, no one liked this movie, because then it's fun to just, like, poke fun at how terrible it was. Ones that are kind of in the middle, those ones can be, like, not as much fun for me to watch. But, like, just seeing them rip apart universally loved movies can be fun, and ripping apart universally hated movies can be fun. Metroid's a low-selling franchise, but the people who love it really love it. Metroid's great. Exactly. Cutting grass, what shines have you gotten? We got the Chespin chem. We got the Chespin. Now we're on sandwich 2 looking for the Fennekin. And despite using a jumbo power sandwich, these Fennekins seem to be very tiny. I just have to be patient. It will show up. I mean, we got the outbreak odds, plus we got the sparkling power odds. But good job cutting the grass, Kim. I'm proud of you. I need to do that. What am I bumping now? Oh, what am I hunting now? Fennekin. I am hunting Fennekin, Kim. It is a Gen 6 starter. It's the Fire starter. It evolves into Delphox. Well, first it evolves into Braixen, then into Delphox. Good luck on the Ear Fox. Thank you. Who else is actually enjoying the fact that you don't need to have the Switch in the dock in order to have motion controls? Oh, I didn't realize that. I haven't checked that out. I haven't really played the 2 Zelda games on the Switch 2 yet. Humpty, what's up? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great Saturday so far. Wow, it's already 10:40. How much time we got left on the sandwich? Okay, 15 minutes. I think we're going to finish this sandwich / get the shiny, and then we're going to play our mini games. Like that we're getting good movies again. 2024 was a dark era for film in your eyes. You shouldn't have film in your eyes, Ari. You should probably see an optometrist. Might be glaucoma. You feel stupid. Don't feel stupid. I should mow the lawn with Kem sometime. Yeah. If Kem flies down here and offers to mow my lawn, I will definitely do a short with him. Projecting much? Oh, dang, Ari. Wow. Here I am just trying to make a funny dad joke at the words you used, and you just go straight for my age. My goodness gracious. Your insides are scrambled. Where should you go to? If your insides are scrambled, you should go to Denny's and get some eggs, because they are also scrambled if you order them scrambled. Be here all weekend. Nice. Thank you, Razzie. Thank you. It's an acquired taste, my humor. What a comedian. I certainly am. Come on, Fennekin. You're making me look bad in front of the internet. Denny's or Waffle House? That's a tough choice. I never realized how thick my glasses are. Clocky, these are my backup glasses. And yes, they are very thick, and that's why they're my backups. I don't like them. I don't like the lenses they used. But my regular glasses are, like something happened to the lenses, like they're fogged up, and like I can't unfog them. And so now it's really pushing me to order new contacts. But good morning, Clocky. Good to see you. Thank you for making me feel self-conscious. Have I ordered from Zenny? No. Sounds like a bad seal or something. I don't know. I mean, the glasses I've had for several years, and to be fair, I haven't used like any like actual glasses cleaner on them or anything. But like last weekend, I was trying to clean them off, and like it almost felt like I was smudging grease around on the lenses. but there wasn't any grease on the lenses, if that makes any sense. And so it was like, okay, well, I'm about to start streaming, so I either have to wear my backup glasses or everything's just going to be out of focus for me. So I decided to wear the backup glasses. From the telescopes, me and Galileo used to map out the stars. That's right. Bad sale sounds about right. Are they double or triple pane? Yeah, I got triple pane lenses in my glasses, Kim. Man, you guys are going right for the juggler today. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Be mad at the right people. Don't be making me feel bad about my life when you really want to take it out on the execs at GameStop. It's evolving. Very nice, crew. I'm glad you were able to get that evolved. Wide lens can boost your accuracy. Thank you, Kieran. That's helpful. Thank you for the hug, Mia. Kieran, is that why the wife tied a wide lens to the toilet? I thought it was for something else. Old Nintendo dude, thank you for the shiny luck. You hate me? I hate you too, buddy. Wow, ignored. If you want some thinner lenses, you can use the bottoms of some Coke balls. Okay. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Kim. Then what's going on? Right now, we are hunting for Fennekin. We got Chespin earlier. Now we are on sandwich number 2 looking for the Fennekin. Will he spawn around... Oh, okay. Talking to crew. Yeah. Those Blissies can be very helpful with the experience. Trust the chemist. I do. This is a sparkling sandwich and an outbreak. So we've just had a little bit of bad luck with the first the first and a half sandwiches. Indominus Rex, what's going on? Welcome in. But yeah, after we get the shiny or after the sandwich is over, whichever comes first, we're going to open up 3 pocket packs and then play some mini games. The mini games are basically like guessing games. I don't really know why I call them mini games. But I did manage to get the Raikou EX this week. So I am now just opening up Lugia packs, hoping to get either the Lugia Immersive or the Gold card. I did yesterday pull a shiny Vaporeon card, which is pretty neat. Mini games, mega fun. That's right. Eric, all mine have been dumped into home, of course, because I'm a terrible person. I rarely use my shinies. Or at least my collection shinies. Like in this game, a lot of my team are shinies, but they're like extra shinies. Do I enjoy the Mario and Luigi 3DS games? The only one I've played is Bowser's Inside Story, and even that one I haven't finished. I just got it. God, I think it was last year. I got it on a recommendation from Frokester. He said that he thought I'd really enjoy it, and I do. It reminds me of Super Mario RPG. But I never finished it. That's the only Mario and Luigi 3DS game I played. Don't let Kem get to you. His mom won't even let him have sleepovers, even if he had friends. Oh my gosh. 14 more Fridays till Christmas. That's a scary thought. '13. That's even scarier. Can you even evolve Rockruff into a midnight? Midnight form? Yeah, just evolve it at night. I don't know if that question was for me or not. Two more Fridays till ZA. That's wild. So yeah, this is the last set of hunts we're doing for the Mega Challenge, and then anytime we have left over between now and ZA Day, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be continuing to go for the White Stripe Basculin, and if by some miracle we get two more White Stripe Basculins, including a female one, then we'll be going to some Masuda hunts, either in Scarlet and Violet or more likely in Sword and Shield, because I hate Masuda hunting in Scarlet and Violet. Good luck on finding the outbreak. I'm giving up, John. I'm giving up on trying to get that outbreak. I'm just going to be doing a jumbo water sandwich. It's just not going to happen. And I'm doing the jumbo water sandwich on the Switch, not the Switch 2. The White Stripe Basculin hunt is one of those hunts that is actually hindered by the increased spawn radius, because with all the spawns around the area, you only end up getting like 2 or 3 spawns in the pond itself. We'll see, and maybe should never be trusted. Perhaps they shouldn't. We're gonna have to go to the third sandwich, I think. Shame. Chris, Chemistry Nation. That's his full name. Ah, oh, that dang Vullaby, Airy. That Vullaby got me good. Did they purposely increase spawns on Switch 2, or was that always meant to happen? Switch 2 version just runs too slow. My opinion, and that's all it is, my opinion, I don't know anything for certain, Evan, is I think Scarlet and Violet on the Switch 2 is how it was always meant to run, but then when they realized the Switch 2 wasn't going to be out in time for the Scarlet and Violet release, they downgraded the Scarlet Violet to run on the Switch. So I think that's why it was very laggy. I think that's why there were a bunch of issues with it, is that they kind of shoved the game into a Switch 1 cartridge. And now we're finally playing it as it was always intended to be played. How's the rest of my weekend look? Pretty lazy, honestly. If the weather's okay, I will probably mow the lawn. But other than that, just streaming. 0 more clothes changes until ZA. Congratulations, Ari. That's fantastic. Mrs. Kim has never appeared on stream. What if all these jokes about your mom confining you in the basement were actually true? That would be crazy. What if you've actually been lying this entire time because you're embarrassed? I mean, I would be embarrassed too. Ban her. I will not ban her. She's living her truth. Norman Bates wore a wig too. That is true. remember correctly, when we were doing the starter hunts 2 Christmases ago, I think I remember Fennekin taking a while too. When will I wear wigs? It's a good question. Accidentally hit your arm on the table, it hurts? Well, yeah, that's what happens when you hit your arm on the table. Doesn't tickle. I no longer go to the discotheque. I don't think I have ever sat. I have never sat foot. I don't think I've ever set foot in a discotheque. Probably EB games later today when you have time, you're not holding your breath. You'd be surprised if they had more codes. Yeah, I'd be surprised too. You have once? Did you enjoy it? I think this is going to be the last reset here. It's difficult to sit foot. It certainly is. Oh. All right, let's see if we got any luck. I know the sandwich is over, but you never know. If you've never been to the discotheque, why are you wearing the world's glossiest leather pants? Because I went to a club. I went to a dance club. No shiny. Okay. Kem, please stop ignoring Eric. Is that where they do all the roller skating in a circle? No, that's a roller skating rink. All right, hold on a second. This is bothering me. I'm too zoomed in on this. So let me. There we go. All right, there we go. That's much better. Now my face won't be like completely covered by the sub count anymore. Okay, before we start the next sandwich, let's play our mini games. Did I ever have the club for my car? I never did. I know what you're talking about, Razzie. I never owned the club. Let's open up some packs. Mudkip. We're gonna open up 3 Lugia packs. Hopefully we get the Lugia immersive or gold card. Oh, ooh. What's this? Thank you, Kieran. Kieran, you're a very nice person. I have an alert on my Switch 2 online. Okay. I mean, I got 6 alerts. I don't know what they are, though. Let me see what they are. Ah, the alerts are 6 of my friends are online. How do I clear that out? I guess I don't. But seriously, Kieran, thank you for the full art Celesteela. Appreciate that. John, you're gonna get a gold card, and it's gonna be amazing, and we're all gonna celebrate. All right, let's stop farting around. Let's open up some packs. Okay, here we go. Ooh, that's like extra crisp today. Look how focused that is. That is some high res right there. All right, we get Oddish, Horsey, Sunflora, Mareep, and Coolfish. Full art traveling merchant today. Hope that transfers to you. Ooh, that would be cool, Mewtwo. You haven't touched TCG in like 2 months? Just lost interest? Retros, Pineco, Jinx, Sunkern, and Bouffalant. Boo. Boo. The alert is the Mario Galaxy 2 icons and the DK ones. Oh, Nintendo Switch Online. I was looking in the top left corner, Eric. I was looking in the wrong place. Um, how do I see where? Oh, there it is. Missions and rewards, a limited time event. Okay, yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza and Super Mario Galaxy Series. That's exactly what it was, Eric. You're right. Oh, and F-Zero and Fire Emblem. Why does my license plate say Hefty Bryan? Bryan is the county in which it was registered. Bryan County. Used to say Pine Echo. I could see that. Here we go. Last pack luck. Brett Bryan's a dope name. You know, when I was a kid, I didn't like my name, and so there was a period where I would introduce myself to people as Brian. I wanted to be named Brian instead of Brett. Daramaka, Vulpix, Will, Houndour, and ooh, baby! Look at that shiny Glaceon EX. I take it. I take it. For like a week, you pretended your name was Ryan. You wait, your name's not Ryan? Look at that pretty. Look at that pretty. That was your first hit from this set? I'm so happy. Your name's Brian as well? Oh, I didn't know that, Humpty. Made your mom really mad? Yeah, my parents didn't like that I was introducing myself as Brian. I don't know, like they were upset that I didn't like the name they chose for me. Or that I was lying. It could have been that too. All right, that wasn't too shabby. All right, let's head back while we play our other mini games. Okay, we're back. You always use the name Ryan in your essays to annoy your classmate for no reason. Well, that's not very nice. The Punisher plush, so close, Razzie. Actually, Razzie. Actually, it's not a plush, but I do have this in my room on the shelf over there. Little little Punisher bobblehead. Okay, it's not Mudkip. It is, in fact, Marshadow. Airy, immediately getting it. It's Marshadow, Zenith mode. I don't know why you named so many M Pokemon, but it is. It is Marshadow. Well, that was fast. Muller Controller. It is, in fact, Muller Controller. Would I ever change my name from Brett to Bet? No, I would not. He looks a little angry. He's a little perturbed, Razzie. He is a little cranky. Okay, let's make a sandwich. Third time has to be the charm. All right, we are now going to play guess the Marvel comic. And it's actually going to be a little bit different now. Carly May, good morning. Carly, now that you're here, maybe you can bring me some Fennekin luck. I am having hard Fennekin luck. Like goal 50. Thank you so much, Jerry. Paste a message. We got the Chespin, but now we are having some trouble with the Fennekin. Not Captain Canuck, not Magic, not Spider-Gwen, not Thunderbolts, not Spider-Man 2099, not Obnoxio, not Howard the Duck. Not Guardians of the Galaxy, not Captain Mooseman, not Squirrel Girl. I will accept... There's 9 different answers that will be acceptable. 9 different answers will be acceptable. The Thing is not one of them. Superbly is not one of them. Iron Woman is not one of them. Doctor Strange is not one of them. No Sentry, no War Machine, no Void, no Star-Lord, no Nova, no Wrecking Crew, no Omega Red. But Big Cheese Thrist will win this with Thor, because he is on the cover. It is Avengers. Avengers, The Final Threat. This is Volume 9, all the Avengers comics from 1966 and 1967. Let's read a little bit about this book. The Final Threat storyline in this volume features one of the most important early cosmic tales, the Avengers, Warlock, and Captain Marvel facing Thanos, wielding the Soul Gems. Before they were retconned as the Infinity Gems. Thanos is ultimately turned... Let me find it here. Thanos is ultimately turned to stone in his first Marvel death. A lot of the artwork in this book is done by George Perez, who later did Crisis on Infinite Earths for DC, and did the original Infinity Gauntlet series. I'm trying to find some good artwork here. I like how he does Beast and Black Panther and Captain America. This book also represents a bridge between the classic Avengers versus Masters of Evil style stories and the larger, more cosmic event-style Avengers that would dominate later decades. Many fans consider The Final Threat to be the precursor to Infinity Gauntlet. So, there you go. George Perez, we used some mod for him. That's right, we did, Razzie. We did use some mod for George Perez. You lose despite the fact you were the first to say Avengers. Did you really say Avengers? You said Captain Canuck. You said Mark Chidua. Maybe Mark Chidua is an Avenger? It's the Avengers. Okay, yeah, you did say Avengers well after Big Cheese said Thor. So I will give both Big Cheese and Kem 17 cool points. I like the way George said beans and kept beans on his desk, right? No big cheese wins. Well, then why you complain? You can't be complaining and then turning down the points when they're offered. I'd be like some kind of silly person. Uh, just so you know, I didn't say any member of the Avengers. I noticed. It's like you did that on purpose. It's like you knew the answer and you were dancing around it. Oh, Ramsey, you got a can of baked beans? That's awesome. 2 chili dogs for lunch today? Oh, that sounds yummy. I could give her some chili dogs. I'll probably just have regular dogs, though. Well, I mean, they'll be hot. They will be hot dogs. Can't believe you guessed Marcia so quickly. You did it so fast. Can't see Carly's messages in chat. You might have blocked her. I mean, that could be. Or the other way around. You never know. The giveaway. The Discord only giveaway, Jerry? Is that what you're referring to? You just remembered it. Yeah, so I haven't actually talked about it on stream yet, but I guess this is a good chance to plug the Discord. Today, I will be announcing the winner of the first week of a big comic book giveaway season going on within the Discord. So every Saturday, I will be announcing a new book that I will be giving away free of charge. And then the following Saturday, announcing the winner. This week, I might as well just grab it. Be right back. So this week I will be giving away, or I should say today, I'll be giving away this digest-sized Avengers Volume 1 that has the first 10 issues from 1963. You can see the old Jack Kirby artwork. It's got first appearances of like Kang and the Masters of Evil and Wonder Man and Mortis. It's got all the original Avengers. It's got the return of Captain America. But I'll be giving that away later today and announcing what this week's giveaway is going to be. You've been reading it. What do you think, John? Glad I'm getting so many spawns. Rotten luck, nothing is shining. Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of spawns. Actually, a heck of a lot of spawns by just standing up there and doing nothing for a bit. We might try that for a little bit. Yeah, it's just crazy that we're on the third sandwich, Carly. But again, hey, Carly, I gotta tell you, I did a big shout out to you at the beginning of the stream. For anyone that didn't hear me at the start of the stream, I reached out to Carly last night, like super late too. I can't believe she was still up. It was like almost midnight. And I know she usually goes to bed early. But I needed her advice because she's, as far as I know, she's done more Switch to Scarlet Violet hunts than anyone else. Now, I need her advice on from these three starters, which one like was required to be done on the Switch too, and which ones would be okay to be on the Switch. And she was very helpful. And despite my bad luck of the Fennekin not shining yet, it's very obvious that the advice she gave me was perfect. Shinies, good morning. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Shinies, you missed my apparent first ever on-stream crash out, according to Razzie. Harley is brilliant, right? Exactly. Baha, what's up? Good to see you. I sold myself. No, I crashed out. I was complaining about people that project their anger onto the wrong people. I did that by yelling at chat. Good morning, JJ. When did I crash out? Earlier. Was on the oh, that's true. That's true. My first on-stream crash out was the Mega Man stream. You're right, Carly. You're 100% right. Crash out, being a normal human. Yes, yes. So I've learned that the definition of a crash out is ranting about people being idiots. That hurt your feelings that minute. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. No way. Eric, that's crazy. Is that a... I mean, that's real, right? That's a real package? That's a real thing? That's wild. Crash out is my last 24 hours has been full of self-inflicted, directed hatred. Uh, is that what you got from the Linkin Park concert, Eric? That's really cool. Pack of Haribo gummies marked as Linkin Park with original artwork. That's awesome. Mostly joking about the GameStop thing, and you're part of the majority of GameStop employees you met are very nice and they always talk to you. Oh yeah, I mean it wasn't like really directed at anybody in the chat. It was just in general. Like, if you're mad about the giveaway, and I totally get it, I'm very disappointed as well. Be mad at the company. Don't be mad at the dang people making minimum wage trying to sell video games at a counter. Stockpile your anger and unleash on your supervisor. That's the healthy way to do it. Absolutely. They gave it to you as you were walking out. That's so cool. One step closer to the edge. Oh my gosh. I'm about to break. Oh, I do want to show you guys something else I got yesterday. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I don't know why, but I feel like Ari and Jerry specifically will be really excited about this one. So I had mentioned earlier in the stream that in the spirit of trying to help people out, I drove like half an hour away to the other GameStop to see if I could get some cards there. And when I got there, I found out that they closed down. Sometime in the last couple months, I guess that GameStop closed down. But there is a comic book store there in that city that I went to, and like that's how I knew there was a GameStop up there in the first place. So I went there, and I've been eyeing it for a while. I've been thinking about it, but I finally pulled the trigger yesterday. I picked up the first volume. Are you guys ready for this? I picked up the first volume of Akira. Got my first ever manga. Got volume 1 of 6 of the original Akira comic book, the official English version. With even an introduction. Well, I say an introduction. It's literally one paragraph of the original writer and creator. That is the DVD. That is the one steelbook I own. So yep, I'll be reading this. Very excited about that. Thank you, Eric. Yeah, I've never read any manga before. And I mean, I don't know. Would you guys are more the experts than I am. Would you still consider this manga in that it is dubbed. It's not dubbed. Dubbed is like audio. Anyway, it's been translated into English, but it is the official translated into English version. Would it still be considered manga? I don't know. I've never read manga. 100 copies of that film? I wish I did. Oh, yeah, it's a manga? Okay, nice. Good to know. They're pretty affordable, too. I mean, this is like almost 500 pages. I mean, granted, it's, you know, pretty thick stock or like rough stock paper and it's in black and white. But this is like almost 500 pages and it was $25. So there's 6 volumes, so it'll be another $125 to get the rest of the entire series, which isn't bad. The book Toxic Tonic, could you imagine? It's got the director's cut of Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. It's a comic by the guy who made Invader Zim. I've heard of that, Baja. How is it? Invader Zim, that's another show that, like, I watched a little bit of. I saw a few episodes. I'd love to go back and watch the whole thing. I really like the humor in what I saw. Most of the time they're in black and white. A couple times they'll do a few color pages to show off, like, hey, these are the colors of the character. Yeah, it seems like that's kind of like what they're doing with the covers too, the front and back covers. But I mean, it's definitely rough paper. What are the two Tings shinies? Ting Lu and awesome. It's actually pretty deep. Nice. What's the difference between the? I don't know shinies. What is the difference? Also, wouldn't two Tings be the Ting Tings? One is roughly $3.99 and the other is usually under $1. Nice. Good job. Can you get a shout out, please? Your small channel. Bobert354. What's going on, buddy? Welcome on in. 61 likes, 208 dislikes. Nice. Good job, buddy. That's awesome. We still got the whole rest of the weekend to go. A lot of undercarriage jokes. You know, Razzie, they're low-hanging fruit. Yeah, let's check you out, Bobert. What's your deal? Okay, yeah. Looks like you're just starting out. You got some shorts. You got your first video, your intro to YouTube that you did earlier this year. Nice. Well, I hope you continue to grow. Definitely keep making videos, keep making shorts. I also like your PFP. Just like the deer nuts. That's the joke. They usually come in pairs, true. This is like the opposite of what Nick does when he looks at people's channels. It's almost like, I don't know, one of us is a better person than the other. No, that was offsides. That was too much. Nick, I'm sorry. That was a terrible thing for me to say. Keep making short pants. That's right. Eric, what's going on, buddy? Nick, I apologize. That was too much. I'm sorry. Yeah, I should go in the penalty box. I should be timed out for a minute for that. I'm going to self time out for a minute. That scared the crap out of me. Shinies, thank you for the 2 Canadian dollars. Are you a green frog because you feel like Kermit? Yes. Let's get some hype for Nick, for Shinies, for the 2 Canadian dollars. Wheel spin time. You are in the wrong channel. How are none of these Fennekin shiny? Also, Dorian. Dorian said you just have to eat. You're jumping on everyone. Dorian, I think you're just upset that I'm not jumping on you. Oh, is that a thing? I don't know. Is that like a meme? Yeah, I didn't get it until Razzie just sent me a DM. You are, yeah, that is true. I have had the pleasure of jumping on Dorian. It's not easy being green. It certainly isn't. Within the first 3 minutes. While he was at work even. I couldn't control myself. No, Razzie, that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. Because Nick then sent me a message. Razzie, you unlocked the mystery. I figured you got it, though, because that's the joke and you get every joke. No, I don't. There's lots of jokes I don't get. There's lots of jokes I pretend to get. And I'm like, oh, Razzie! Razzie, you're so clever. That is a hilarious joke you just made. And then I just Google what you just said to see if I can find what it means. And then I'm like, ah, I was right to say he was clever. That is very clever. How many times did you say that I have proven shinies wrong? How many times have I proven shinies wrong? I would genuinely be hard-pressed to think of one time. No. Like, there was a time when he said, I'm planning on doing this for my stream. It'll be hilarious. And I said, no, it won't. That was one time. It's not easy being cheesy. That's right. It's not. Yeah, nightmare last night we heard Dorian laugh in the middle of a dark alleyway and then you met up with him and you had dinner. That was a nightmare? Having dinner with Dorian's a nightmare? Hard pressed to think of one time because there were hundreds. Stop it. Most GMAX forms are way better than most megas. You know what? That's a hot take, Kirk, but I'm not gonna argue it. I've never been the biggest mega fan to begin with. I've also never been the biggest GMAX form fan to begin with, to be honest. But there are a lot of GMAX forms that look pretty neat. Remember the one time Nick had to have I don't remember that. And I don't even feel comfortable saying that one out loud. Gotta make a meal plan? Alright, enjoy making meal plans. I will continue to open the fridge and grab the first thing I see. And eat it and then feel bad about myself. You can never say it to his face, but that Nick's a cool guy. Same here. Can I call GameStop on speakerphone and ask if they have Miraidon code? Well, what, my GameStop? I mean, I could. But, like, what if they say yes? Here's my thing. What if they say yes, we have codes? Then I feel like I have to go and get it to give it away Otherwise, you all will be mad at me. Then you'll fly. Oh, you'll fly out here? Okay. And then we can go get something to eat. Don't waste your time with those codes. Yeah, like I said, I look with how poorly, with how badly this whole event has been rolled out. I would not blame anyone. In fact, I would probably actively encourage people to just get cloned versions of the event Pokemon. There's many places in Discords, YouTubes, wherever that you can get those. In my mind, there's actually no difference between a mystery gift Pokemon and a clone of a mystery gift Pokemon. You refuse to pay for a free code card. Yeah, I mean, there's actively streams going on right now, John, and actively certain Discord channels that are just giving away, gen versions of them. Where the heck is this Fennekin? I can't believe we might actually have to continue this to a second day. Because even after we get the Fennekin, we still gotta get the Froakie. This is wild. It'll be interesting to see if there is any official response or action taken by GameStop / Game Freak with the code cards. Because seriously, here's the thing: like we can speculate about what happened, how much scalpers were involved, etc. But here's the thing that doesn't make sense to me. We're getting all these reports that most GameStops weren't sent more than 50 codes. They weren't sent more than 50 cards in the first place. And this event is supposed to last from September 26th through October 15th. Were they really expecting 50 cards to last for 3 weeks? That is, I'm going to do the quick math on that. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't even have to pull the calculator. That's less than 3 cards per day. Were they really expecting that less than 3 people per day were going to ask for a card? That's quick maths right there, Ari. Fennekin took you forever, and you got like 5 Magby and Magmar and 11 Lit Leo. That's another crazy thing. I didn't even think about it, Baja. We're about to finish our 3rd sandwich. I haven't been paying too much attention to the other Pokemon. I'm assuming that some people in the chat have been. We haven't even phased on anything. Now, I might have missed something because I wasn't looking, but I feel like one of y'all would let me know if I missed something. Think they're going to send out another round? That's what I would like to assume. And all the more reason why, please, for the love of God, don't spend money on the actual codes, like the auctions that are going on eBay for the actual codes. Don't spend money on that. I'm not going to blame you. I'm not going to judge you, nor should anyone, if you spend like a couple bucks on a gen Pokemon, but don't spend money on the codes. Because if there is a second round, how foolish will you feel? That's what bothers you, only 50? Exactly. I mean, that should bother people. If that is literally all they're sending out to the stores, that is Such a bonehead, stupid idea. $64 GameStops in your state and 50 codes per GameStop, 3,200 codes in your state. That's ridiculous. And John, are you looking it up on the GameStop website? Did the GameStop website tell you 64 GameStops? Because I looked up a couple places on the GameStop website yesterday, and some of those places are closed. They just haven't been removed from the GameStop website. I actually try not to let the streamer know they missed something because of stream delay and makes everyone sad. That is very polite of you, Ari, and I totally get that. I totally understand that. I feel the same way. Like, what does it accomplish by saying, hey, you missed a shiny that despawned 10 seconds ago? So yeah, it could even be less, exactly. And there's reports, I don't know if they're true or not. I'm just telling you what I've heard from videos. Apparently there have been reports of stores only getting 20 cards. Which is even worse. Nobody rise up and challenge them. Well, it's... Look, I'm not trying to defend GameStop in any way, shape, or form. I don't have, not my circus, not my monkey. I have no stake in it. But they have very little competition, and therefore a lot of general public people still go there to purchase games and pop culture stuff. And while they're continuing to make money with their business model, they have no incentive to change. You need to cancel your GameStop membership? Yeah, I was surprised I still had one. Which I'm not going to complain about because I was able to get this adorable little baby for $5 because I could use my $5 off for the month. Good morning, Shiny Cornholio. Hope you're doing well. Why would they release the code cards the same day as when they know the scabbers would be there? Are they stupid? Yeah, they are either ridiculously stupid, or this is a little bit conspiratorial. I don't know if I buy it. They did it on purpose. He's worth so much more than $5. He's priceless to me, Twilight. How you doing? Contrary is a terrifying ability, by the way. Pokemon always talks about being about the community. Why won't they partner with LGS and distribute that way? Well, I will say it's a little bit difficult to, on a like countrywide level, partnership with locally owned game stores. I mean, the sheer mechanics that would go into that. Maybe if it was like the game stores, like maybe they had like a sign up thing, like the game stores signed up to be a part of the event. That would probably be easier than trying to wrangle all these local game stores. That could work. That could work. Have a sign up. If you want to participate, sign up for this event. Use your interns. No. Why would they go out of their way to cold call every locally owned game store in the country? I don't think you understand the amount of work that would go into that. But having a sign-up form, yes, I could see that happen. They did it on purpose. They did it on purpose. Sounds correct? No, I don't think they did it on purpose. I don't think they did it on purpose. Look, the code cards are intended to drive customers into the store in order to convince them to buy something. If they are only giving the code cards out to people that are already there to buy something, then it has no benefit to them. Brandon says they don't stop scalpers as Walmart. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they would. You know what can stop scalpers? Not buying from scalpers. They're just stupid. Yeah, I think they're just stupid. I mean, I just think it was a poorly conceived, poorly thought out idea. Like, basically, we're already going to have a whole bunch of people lined up at our store to purchase products from us on this day. That would not be the day to give out a free card code. The smartest business decision would be to give out a free card code during a time when you don't have a lot of new product, because that will drive the business in that you wouldn't otherwise get. That's what's called a promotion, and promotions are done in order to get customers you wouldn't otherwise get. How big of a market do scalpers even have? I don't know. They should have reserved code cards for people who pre-ordered ZA. Could be. I could see that. I've seen videos where Walmart employees have spoken out directly to the scalpers though when they encounter them. I mean, every person is different. You know, it's not, look, there's not going to be a official procedure or official document from any company that says we allow scalpers to purchase whatever they want, or we don't allow scalpers to purchase whatever they want. It's going to be on a store-by-store, employee-by-employee basis. Here's a perfect example. And I wasn't going to talk about this, but I'll just say it. So I got the two card codes yesterday at GameStop when I went over lunch. The manager was there. I talked to him for a little bit. I sweet talked him a little bit. I was able to get two card codes. After I went to the GameStop elsewhere and found out they were closed, I went back to my GameStop because I wanted to get a code for someone, and I'm not going to say who that someone is, but I wanted to get a code for someone, so I went back to my GameStop. I went in there. There was a different person working the counter, and there were some people in line ahead of me that were buying some cards, and someone asked if they could have two card codes, and this man that worked there very professionally, very rigidly said, no, we are only allowing one card per person. So when I got up there, I just asked for the one card code. He gave it to me, and I left. Same store, very different responses based off of who was working. That's how it is in every store, for every chain, across the world. It all depends upon who's working at the time. And this sandwich is done. I can't believe we're going to have to do a fourth sandwich. You've paid off managers to hide or hold clearance for you and mark stuff down. Sometimes you do what you need to do. Exactly. This executive and Magmar together, they're friends. They're totally friends. So, just in my opinion, like when it comes to like, you know, if people are allowed to scalp or whatever, it's all going to be based off of the particular store and the particular employees. I'm glad you know the boss of your GameStop. She'll always tell you straight up. Okay, like here's something. Like I don't know. So maybe somebody that knows more can let me know. because I'm not into the card collecting and everything. When I went to the store yesterday and those people were in line, the way they were handing out packs was each person could buy up to 5 packs unless they were pro members. Then they were allowed to buy up to 10 packs. Does anyone know, is that a GameStop wide policy or was that like my local store? Yes. Okay. Thank you. That answered my question. It's a GameStop policy. Okay. Gotcha. Ari, I enjoyed it too. I thought it was a good movie. My personal taste, and it's just me. Anyone's more than welcome to not agree with me. I thought it was a little bit too much crypto. That was my biggest issue. You walked in your EB Games because you live in Canada and you asked the guy for the shiny legend of your Pokemon. He had you 2 tickets. Nice, M Dog. That's awesome. Congratulations. You're very lucky. You're very lucky you were able to get those. I know a lot of people were not able to get those. EB Games is games. Yeah, yeah. I know JJ. Yep, yep. It's the same thing, just different name for the different countries. Superman taught you to be kind. That's a great lesson. You like crypto from the cartoons more? Okay. Go get lunch. All right, get your lunch, JJ. But yeah, M Dog, congratulations. You're a very, very lucky person. It's like a white Doberman or something. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I never thought about that. He was, wasn't he? I didn't even think about that. It was totally a different species. Or breed, I guess. A different breed. I wonder if there is an official breed. I'm gonna have to look into that. Because I mean, I don't know enough, Ari. Like even the one that you and I are thinking of, the cartoon version, as far as I know, that could have been different than what the comic version is. Some issues with pacing and some characters not being as fleshed out as they should have been, but it was a good start to the universe. I agree, Luke. It got me interested enough that after I watched it, I watched the first couple episodes of Peacemaker, which I had never sat down and watched before. That it got me interested enough. I do wish also. I don't think this is like. I'm not saying this is like as a negative about the movie, but I do wish there was a little bit more done with Hawk Girl. I felt like she didn't really amount to much in the movie. I think she needed more screen time. You guys been watching? You love it? I mean, I enjoyed the first 2 episodes. I didn't think he's going to hand you 2. You're only there to grab 1 because that's what they said online. Exactly, exactly. And that exactly back to the point I'm trying to make. Like, it's all about individual employees and people. It also matters like how you treat them and talk to them. I'm not saying like if you're nice they will give you more cards, but like I bet you there's some people out there that or some employees out there that would give out 2 cards, but someone was acting like a jerk and so they said only 1. I don't know, Eric. I don't know. He's not a big fan of me. No, to be fair, he probably doesn't know who I am. I was probably just one of multiple, multiple, multiple people that he just immediately kicked out of his Discord. You love Rapid Spin? I've never used it. Is there I imagine there's probably some competitive setups that would be good for, right? Like against teams that have like Stealth Rock and things like that. Yesterday, asked your cousin to find you or to get you the cards, but this morning told her not to worry if you couldn't find any. Yeah, I asked a couple of real life friends, like if you're out and about this weekend and you have to be near the GameStop, if you wouldn't mind popping in and just checking, I'd appreciate it. But don't worry too much about it. So we'll see if anything happens. You asked your dad. You asked your dad to let you know if you find something near your GameStop. Yeah, that's fair. I don't, guys. I'm losing it. I do not remember making the sandwich. Don't get choked up. Well, it's father son relationships are always a thing that I get emotional about, Razzie. Pokestar, good morning. I need a break. I do. I'm going to take a break after this sandwich for like 20 hours. Kurta's breed has never been named. He's a Kryptonian dog, not an Earth breed. Okay, nice, Baja. Thanks for looking that up for me. So yeah, I guess that he can be kind of open to interpretation by the specific artist or director, depending on if we're talking comics or movies. Huh. Now, I believe Ace the Bat Hound is canonically a Doberman. Crypto from the cartoon was a cooler unnamed breed than from the movie. Yeah, I agree. But I mean, I thought Crypto was cute in the movie. I just thought he was a little overused. I think there probably could have been like one or two less scenes. I'm sorry, Kim. I think there probably could have been one or two fewer scenes, and I wouldn't have had an issue with it. I can't believe this Fennekin's taken so long. BRB. All right, we'll be here for a little bit, Ari. Thanks, by the way, to everyone that's hanging out, and thank you all for the 45 likes. Friend Safari esque feature in ZA. John, I'm not quite sure what we're going to be getting in ZA, and I say this as someone that's definitely going to go to the midnight release and pick it up. I'll definitely be playing it like pretty much nonstop until I beat it. I'm planning on taking off the rest of the week from work. I am a little nervous about if there's going to be any replayability for me. Uh, if uh, if there aren't any new Pokemon or new like regional forums or anything, I don't really see myself playing it too much past playing the main storyline. That said, the DLC, as much as I don't like the fact that they're already promoting the DLC before the game comes out, the hoopa holes, as I'm calling them, Jerry doesn't like it when I call them hoopa holes, but the hoopa holes do make me a little optimistic. There's a possibility there might be something similar to like the hoopa rings in Oris or the wormholes in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. That's what I'm hoping for. So that would be neat. Because, I mean, as it stands right now, as far as everything that's been officially announced, there's nothing to keep me hanging out after I beat the game, honestly. So I'm hoping that they're, hiding some things up their sleeves. Welcome back, Dragonic. Dragonic, we're on the fourth sandwich. Fourth sandwich for Fennekin. For some reason. What's for lunch today? I think it might be hot dogs. I think the early conversation about hot dogs, be them ketchup and coleslaw or chili or just classic style, I think that's convinced me to have hot dogs for lunch. Think Hoopa will be the home shiny for completing the decks? It wouldn't surprise me. I'd be happy with any of the three because I know Japan got an official event for Shiny Diancie, but I don't think the U.S. ever did. Hefty's a hot dog guy. What's up, Brick? Good to see you. I'm telling you, slaw dogs are the way to go. But it's got to be like that thick slaw, Razzie. It can't be like watery slaw. It's got to be more solid than liquid. Love you some glizzies? Me too. Yeah, Brick knows how much I love hot dogs. You did influence my lunch. I mean, yeah, if you don't like coleslaw, I would not suggest having a slaw dog. Because you probably won't like it. But yeah, boil up some hot dogs, throw a little ketchup on there, throw a little coleslaw on top of it. Chicago dog. That is, remind me, Scrubbo, remind me what goes on a Chicago dog. And hot chili dogs, are those Seattle dogs? I'm terrible at remembering ingredients of geographically named foods. You can only really eat the one your dad makes. Then if you like the one your dad makes, if you like it, then that might be worth trying out on a hot dog. Pokemon's probably gonna screw the fan base over and give a mythical to GameStop for promotion for ZA. I mean, they probably will. I don't think that would be like the only event shiny for ZA, but I mean, they probably will. Cream cheese. Ooh, cream cheese. I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah, Brick. That is true. If you don't like sauerkraut, I would not try a kraut dog. Just chili in the weenie. Chili in the weenie is a Chicago style. Yeah. That's or that's a Shiny's dog. Yeah. What's in a Chicago style? I feel like that's gonna have mustard. Like kraut with your brat? Me too. A Hot Dog Dipped in Water by Joey Chestnut. It's a great song. Yeah, kraut's pretty good. I gotta look this up. All right, Chicago style dog. Mustard, relish, chopped white onion, tomato slices or wedges, dill pepper spear, sport peppers, dash of celery salt, strict exclusion ketchup. Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Those are good. Those are good. I probably okay, there we go, John. Yeah, mustard, onion, peppers, tomato, pickle. I've had those before. Not a lot. Like for me to do on my own, that's a lot of prep. I know Shiny's is laughing somewhere, but that's a lot of prep for me to do at home. But yeah, I mean those taste pretty good. You get it every time I go to you go to a Cubs game. I would too. Is there any sort of hot dog that has olives on it? Because I would not like that kind. Pickles, mustard, relish, sport peppers, tomatoes, onions, stirred up spicy bun. Yeah, yeah, that's delicious. That's a great dog right there. DB Hunts, what's up? Hope you're having a good day. Okay, halfway done with the sandwich. I can't believe we might have 4 sandwiches in a row. Olive dog sounds utterly disgusting. Totally 100% agree. Setting up your overlay for your 16 GameCube GBA hunts. Oh my goodness gracious. What, are you going for Jirachi? Last one has to say, I hate GameStop. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, GameStop deserves a lot of hate right now. I can't believe how bad. See, here's the thing. Here's the thing that shocks me the most about it. They've been doing these events for literally decades. Going after legendaries and Fire Red, Leaf Green, Ruby, Sapphire first? Nice. Like, it isn't like their first rodeo. Like, they've been doing these events successfully for generations. So I don't know how they screwed the pooch so badly this time. Looking back, like in retrospect, probably should have figured something was up when, when they first announced it, that they're only doing one card with one code to get one of the 2 legendaries. In the past, it's always been, from this date to this date, here's the Zamazenta card. From this date to this date, here's the Zacian card. Or, here's the Lunala, here's the Solgaleo. Things like that. So it was a lot. I honestly thought they were just like, well, we don't want to bother putting 2 different versions of the card. So it's just going to be the same card. And then based off of which game you put it in, you'll get a certain shiny. That's what I thought. Oops. More into punk concerts, but man, Korn absolutely killed it the other night. Yeah, I heard you talking about that. I'm glad you had a lot of fun. Sounds like handling to you, but you don't get down with raw onion or tomatoes. Really, teach the row. If you're enjoying it, then you're not doing it wrong. Exactly. That's what it all amounts to. Like with food and with a lot of things in life, as long as you enjoy it, who cares? And if you don't enjoy it, don't have it. You got a card from another country that gave 2 codes, one for each game. Really, Razzie? You're also having hot dogs tonight too? Nice. Interesting. So different countries did get different cards. I mean, obviously they were going to get cards in different language, but they actually made different cards for other countries. Shouldn't be shiny locked to begin with. I mean, I hard agree with that. Yeah. Obviously, I don't like shiny locks, but they're gonna do it. Then at least when they have these events, make them possible for people to get. The same one I use as an example. I was expecting once I use the violet code, the scarlet code wouldn't work, but it worked fine. Yeah, I gotta check this out. Welcome back, Ari. That is interesting, Razzie. That's very interesting. So yeah, different countries got uh, different types of cards. That that's does I will say, looking at that, Razzie, that does make me feel the fault does lie more with GameStop than with Game Freak. Because if other countries were able to get both at once, then it seems more likely that it was a conscious decision on GameStop's part to uh, only give one. Going to local EB games, GameStop wasn't too much of an inconvenience, but you got Shiny Miraidon now. Nice. I'm glad you were able to get it, Skrillbell. Very fortunate. You won't harp on it, but your outrage is simply about the fake demand they are creating. Oh yeah. And I don't. I mean, I hope my crash out earlier, as Razzie called it, didn't upset a lot of people. I'd hate for my crash out to make other people crash out. I'm not trying to justify the event. I think it's a terrible, terrible, poorly executed event altogether. I'm just upset at seeing on the internet the amount of vitriol that is spouted at the GameStop employees when it is not their fault. It's just projection of anger at innocent people. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why they didn't make the second box legendary huntable in the base game. 100% agree with that. But yeah, it's now it's looking more and more like it was probably Game Freak's fault this turned into such a debacle. I mean, there's a lot of issues. There's a lot of issues with this. One card per person. Most stores only got 50 cards. Having the giveaway start on the same day as 3 TCG big releases. It's just there is a lot of issues with it. Yeah, some with less than 50 cards. And I'm going to go out on a limb here and use some deductive reasoning here, some context clues, some critical thinking. If they are going to send out more batches of cards, if they are going to do that, if they are planning on sending more cards when stores run out, they did not tell the store employees that. Because, yeah, and they gave the cards out early too. Some places did do that. Because if the employees are aware that they're going to be getting more cards in, they would be telling people when they show up and say they're out of cards. They would say, oh, sorry, we're out of cards. We're supposed to get some more in later this week, though. So if they are, in fact, sending more cards, the communication is piss poor. Good chance we get the best live action Flash of all time. That would be pretty neat. I would like that, Loops. I didn't even realize Corn has a new bassist. It's likely an improvement because truthfully, Philly sucks at bass. You can play better than him. Well, yeah, I'm glad you had a good time at the concert. That's awesome. In your tenure at GameStop, we never got a reshipment of giveaway cards. However, initial shipments were stacks of hundreds. Exactly, Rizzy. I was saying earlier, and I'm not saying this is the case. It's just something that I thought about, working somewhat in a, promotional marketing industry. I thought, to give somewhat of a benefit of the doubt, maybe for cost cutting measures, like maybe in the past there have been so many leftover cards that they decided they're going to do more of a print to order type deal where everyone gets sent a stack of 50 or whatever, and if they run out, then they can request more cards to be sent. That way, there's less of an overrun. There's less wasted money on printing. That's one possibility. Because yeah, the one thing that I just cannot square away in my head, the one thing just makes absolutely zero sense of this whole thing is sending stacks of 20 or 50 cards to a store while saying that the event runs between September 26th and October 15th. I'm not saying they should have done this. I'm not saying it would be better. I'm not saying that people would have liked it. But with that sounds more like a one-day giveaway. That sounds more like a release date type promotion. Not a 3-week event. God, I'm ready for some hot dogs. Sounds like a 4-hour giveaway. Yeah, I mean, in a lot of cases, or a lot of places, that was the case, right? They could have also, yeah, they could have, but they weren't going to. They never were going to. It's been how they've given away the box legendaries for the last several generations. GameStop has the capability of generating and printing codes for in-game pre-order DLC on people's receipts. There's no excuse they couldn't do it here. They're artificially creating demand. Yeah, totally. Well, and I'll say it. I'll say it one more time, so the people in the back can hear me. If you didn't like how this event went, just like I didn't like how this event went, don't buy the codes online. Authentically creating swag. That's a good one. That's true. Uh-oh, is it over? Nope. Okay, we still got 2 minutes. Yeah, don't buy the codes. It's ridiculous. Don't buy the codes. Sorry I keep bringing up this topic as all of us are shiny hunters and most of us will lose out on this event. No, I mean, totally. Like, look, Eric, we were talking about that this morning before stream. Like, I was totally expecting this to be a big topic of conversation in the stream today. And, yeah, it's frustrating. It's annoying. It's not a happy discussion to be having, but It's certainly a fair one. I think everyone's right to be upset. And no, where'd it go? There we go. Buzzer beater shiny. Buzzer beater shiny. There it is. I can't believe that took almost 4 entire sandwiches. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to make this the weekend then. So tomorrow we will be going for the Froakie, and then we'll get back on the white striped basculin hunt. All right, what ball is good for Fennekin? Carly May, you're still here. I see you just put the. I see you just threw out some emotes there. This hunt wouldn't have happened without you. What ball should I use? You try to get a single USA code from a trusted seller, and you might be out $30. But let's not talk about that. Hey, there it is. There it is. There it is. Moon ball. All right, we're gonna catch this in a moon ball. Why says beast ball? Okay, that did not catch, so we reset. Thought she was gonna say an awful ball. What, like quick? God, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? I am surrounded by people that I actively talk about how much they help me, and then I can't not make the easy joke. I apologize, Carly. See, GameStop's just got me all upset, and I'm taking my anger out on the wrong people. Where is it? Come on, spawn in. Back when Animal Crossing New Horizons came out, you bought Raymond from eBay. Yeah, I mean, look, I've admitted before. I'll admit it again. I bought a few Pokemon from eBay. I bought some Gen Pokemon from eBay. I got the Zero Aura. Um, I had purchased Arceus, Shiny Arceus back in the day, which I then replaced with the one I got from Shiny Pearl. I don't count it towards my living dex, but I have a Gen Shiny Diancie from the Japanese event. But I've also never paid more than like $2 or $3 for any of those. Takes a lot longer to switch. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, Carly. Oh, there it is anyway. There it is. Let's get it. I will go ahead and false swipe it this time. Seriously considering buying Shiny GMAX Grimmsnarl before the Isle of Armor came out and saved your hide? That's a gorgeous shiny. They're your friends, at least think of something more sophisticated. Dang, Baja. You know what? That hurts because that's true. That's true. I respect my friends too much to make easy jokes about them. I should at least put in some effort. It is a really good shiny. I do like it a lot. 2/3 of yours were little girls. Nice, Carly. That's awesome. When I was setting up these outbreaks last night, Carly, I got the Fennekin outbreak here, and I got the Froakie outbreak on the regular Switch, and then I KO'd like the 75 on both games, and then just like it was like almost bedtime. I was just kind of farting around, like watching a show, and the sound was still going, so I was just like zooming around, and I ended up finding a female shiny Froakie. So I caught that not for this challenge, but just to have, because I don't think I've ever had a female of the Froakie line. So that was neat. Get an encore for the Brooklyn Boar. What does that mean? There we go, and we caught it. You like the Mega Delphox and Mega Greninja have some of their aspects of their shiny forms? Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. You're 100% right. I had noticed with the Greninja, he has the black legs. But yeah, I didn't. It didn't even dawn on. It's right in front of my face. It didn't even dawn on me till just now when you said that. Yeah, half of Delphox is like this grayish purple. All right, let's swap. No, we can't swap Poliwhirl. Let's swap Seviper. Or not Seviper, Superior. All right, let's take a look at this thing. Here we go, Shiny Fennekin. Can we get some nature guesses, please? Get some nature guesses up in here. I'm going to say it's impish or admirable. They did really lean into the wizard theme. Absolutely, 100% airy. Carly's saying naughty. John and Airy both saying lax. Mewtwo saying relax. Mermaid Mia saying modest. Carly Moon, I like that. All right, it is. All right, Baja's saying mild. Jerry is saying calm. It is. Well, before we check. Big thank you to Strings for the 17 months of membership, the Sun for the 22 months, Silver Fox for the 16 months, and the 5 gifted memberships, and Shinies for the 2 Canadian dollars. All right, let's see. What is this going to be? It is Careful. It is a careful Pokemon. It is careful. It spent a lot of time waiting to show up. It was very careful about making sure it was a buzzer beater Pokemon. Let's go ahead and evolve it. It's called Canado. I don't know how one person can be so ridiculously clever for no reason. I love that. All right, Fennekin, you're an adorable shiny. We love you. I already have one you, though. You're going to become a Delphox for this challenge. Do I have any wild stone chode? I'm not really going to talk about what chodes I do or do not have on the stream. Welcome in, Amir. All right, here we go. Let's get this Delphox. I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt and say that was an unfortunate typo. There she is, or I guess there he is. There's Delphox. Let's get rid of Fire Blast. Braixen has such a good shiny. Oh yeah, the entire line is beautiful. All right, we got it. I'm going to put that in here. And I just want to... I know there's a lot of people here that might not be able to get this, at least not right away. And I'm really trying not to flex. But I want you guys to just, be able to see how beautiful this is. Look at this gorgeous shiny. Where are you going? Oh my gosh, I can't keep up with you. Get back here. He's just zooming. Where are you going? Like, seriously, where are you going? Like, is that a thing? Is that how they normally act? Okay, finally you stopped. No, wait. Okay, yeah, you stopped. That was wild. I've never seen a Pokemon do that. He just took off. But yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous shiny. Gorgeous shiny. I do hope, I genuinely hope, however it happens, I hope everyone's able to get one. Everyone deserves to have this. And the fact that not everyone can get it is an absolute crying shame. But guys, take care. Do something nice for someone today just because it's the right thing to do and for no other reason. Hey, 517 views. Nice. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. And bye-bye.